Wih, wih. Oke sama Haru cepat sekali. Kira kalah kira kali ini. Kali ini kira kalah. Kalah Muhammad Rafi. Kita ini dulu nih main Genshin bentar dulu 10 menitan soalnya nanti jam 7 baru mulai dia live streamingnya di Twitch. Sekarang masih offline. Ya, sekarang masih offline. Masih belum on streamingnya. Jadi kita Genshin dulu daily bentar. Banner Hotel udah mau habis kah? Belum sih, bisa dibilang bentar lagi sih. Ntar cek ya, ntar gue cek ntar. Kayaknya masih ada semingguan paling 10 harian. Biasanya kan gitu kan kalau udah ada patch baru sisa 10 harian biasanya gitu. Nah, nih 10 hari kan. Biasa sih emang gitu Har. Kalau udah tinggal 10 hari biasa udah ada announcement baru biasanya. Ada rumor Yula sama Albedo, iya. Bakal bakal kayak kasus Hutau sama Xiao pertama tuh. Mungkin 3 banner jadinya. Nggak tahu juga. Halo Relda, tumben. Apa namanya? Ini apa? Nobar patch 2,3. Jadi ya mau nggak mau lagi stream malam. Bang liatin gameplay Xiao lu bang, sabar. Lebih baik beli akun starter Gani atau Ayaka? Mendingan Ganyu sih menurutku mah. Menurutku sih Ganyu ya kalau mau beli. Ayaka bagus sebenarnya, tapi cuma buat model-modelan burst DPS, jadi cuma buat main ultinya doang. Kalau pukulan biasanya kurang jos lah, kurang mantap. Pukulan biasanya tuh, normal attack-nya, auto attack-nya tuh kurang jos. Kalau nyari damage output disaranin sih Ganyu jadinya. Tapi kalau nyari waifu ya, kalau nyarinya waifu beda lagi. Nyarinya waifu preferensi sendiri itu sih. Bang mending 52 per 225 atau 21. Goblok 21 per 267 tuh nggak keluar, mendingan yang 52 is. Ayo Ayaka bagus di mid game kak. Kok nggak jadi nggak ke switch sih ke visual. Ayaka bagus mid game ke atas aja bro, bener sih. Apalagi kalau udah ketemu musuh kayak abis Herald, Lector buat ngancurin shieldnya tuh. HP apa yang paling bagus buat main Genshin Impact yang harga 1 sampai 3 jutaan? Kurang tahu aku bro. Kalau HP mah. HP ku aja masih Xiaomi dari 5 tahun yang lalu nih, dari SMA. Belum ku ganti. Masih nyari Circle Crimson susah banget dah. Lah ini live patch 2,3 jam berapa bang? Bentar lagi 5 menitan lagi, 6 menit. Jam 7 pas. Jam 7 waktu Indonesia Barat ya. Ini Twitch-nya lagi kubuka kok. Jadi kalau aku dengar suara macem-macem pasti dari Twitch. Kenapa kalian trigger? Mending di PC aja kalau untuk main Genshin bang, karena setiap update gila-gilaan. Bener sih. Lama-lama game Genshin tuh makin berat kan. Belum tentu nanti kedepannya semua HP udah ready buat main Genshin. Menurutku sih gitu ya. Mendingan beli laptop atau enggak PC sih menurut. PC berapa juta yang buat fokus main game kayak GI, GTA 5, Valorant? Kalau GI sama Valorant sih entengan bisa ya, tapi kalau GTA PC-ku yang sekarang aja kurang buat GTA. Masih kurang. GTA lumayan berat kalau game. Dulu pas pertama kali main GTA patah-patah. Parah. Sekarang mendingan sih. Mungkin berkat ganti VGA atau segala macam. Ganti motherboard gitu-gitu mungkin. Tapi dulu patah-patah. Misalnya kalau cuma buat main Genshin Impact dan Valorant harganya berapa? Anjir, resinnya full. Kalau buat main Genshin Impact sama Valorant sih yang santai-santai aja bisa sih, yang 8 jutaan. 7 jutaan bisa kayaknya. Di bawah ya. Lihat mana. Resinnya full bro, dari kemana kan aku main game lain terus ya. Jadi datang Genshin cuma buat ini doang, buat commission dong. Ini pintu masuknya di mana? Oh lupa. Kalau harga normal 8 sampai 10 udah cukup ya, betul. Sekitar segitulah. 7-8an. 7 jutaan bisa full HD 60 fps kayak 7 jutaan bisa buat main Valorant mah. Juta mah aman Valorant. Genshin Impact oke-oke aja sih. Kalau buat main biasa sih aku oke nih. PC-ku yang sekarang ku pakai itu kalau buat streaming agak patah-patah, cuma nggak parah, nggak separah main game lain kayak Apex atau apa gitu. Tapi udah lumayan. Kalau buat main biasa doang aku oke-oke aja. Nggak, belum mati. i3 3200 no, 10G apa? Nvidia 1030 aman tuh. Apex sanggup nggak kalau harga 7 jutaan? Apex buat 7 jutaan ya. Aku aja sekarang yang pakai 1650 FPS cuma dapat sekitar 70 sampai 80-an. Kalau 7 jutanya sekarang aku nggak tahu deh. Kayaknya di bawah 60 deh FPS. Pusat PC-mu berapa jutaan mah aku udah nggak tahu sih. Dulu sih pas dulu modal pertama tuh pas beli sekitar 10 sampai 11-an. Sekarang udah banyak ganti komponen kan dari motherboard, dari RAM, terus VGA, power supply juga ganti. Udah banyak gantinya sih sekarang jadi kok kurang tahu deh.
Hoshitoshi. 無事今日のHoshitoshi.
Mau mulai ya? Tapi belum dengar apa-apa sih dari Twitch-nya. Kadang suka telat Genshin tuh. Kayak kemarin sempat telat setengah jam atau berapa gitu. Numpang nonton sur, santuy deh nih. Nonton bareng kita. Kira-kira aja berapa bang? Mungkin sekarang sekitar 16 kali ya. Selesai nobar bubar ngapain? Penuh nih juga. Terus itu juga. Oh ini ada quest baru. Wow. Jangan lupa tuh quest baru tuh. Nobar. Udah mulai bang live-nya ya ini lagi ku cek Twitch-nya. Nggak ngebug nih Twitch ku. Bentar ya lagi kebuka ya. Genshin Impact. Event baru kurang paham, aku belum nyoba sih. Belum baca juga belum, jadi aku masih belum tahu apa-apa.
荒野にさまよう魂我を傷つけられると思うな
Oke.
Tactics to generate momentum.
Oke, langsung ke gameplay Goro. Baru 2 menit masuk loh. Udah gameplay Goro aja. Nggak kecepatan apa ini Genshin?
The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Aduh, salah.
People see Oni cause trouble again. The face you made.
Come on, men. We won't get away this time. Just give yourself up our time.
Wow.
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very
Map
precious.
event baru ini kayaknya.
When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Idiot.
Mending gacha sewa aja nggak bang? Terserah sih.
Go on. Say it to my face.
Wow, rata Kito.
It's showtime. Oh, coming through. Step aside. Ito's back in town.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
Anjir, One Punch Man.
The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They
Suara lo nggak
pursue the
kedengeran, Bang.
everyday, the ordinary, to a
Kecilin
far
lagi suara
greater
Genshin
extent
ya.
than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that there is much to explore beneath
Yula,
the icy
beneran
exterior.
berarti?
Are you here to build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll
Beneran
be a
berarti?
ton of fun.
Albedo Yula.
You seem a
Gak
bit
mungkin
distant.
Mihoyo ngasih unjuk kayak gini gak ada Rirana.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing.
Ada event
Do not
Albedo
yet know
juga
the
nih.
identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine has become
Finally,
more
Budi.
dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no.
Avalanche!
Loh.
Albedo.
Loh.
What the devil do you think you were doing?
I like the snake puppy.
Super cool to see Albedo
Ngambil
and
Eula bang,
Eula
enggak?
in Dragon Spine.
Penyimpan
Like, I
lagi.
don't know what's going on there, but it looks pretty tense. Also, can we please talk about Bennett looking amazing? That was
Oh, iya, tadi Bennett
like, one
ada
of my
ini ya.
favorite parts, to be honest.
Kayak
I
ada
know we
skill
probably
baru
can't
tuh
wait
Bennett.
to learn more about the all-new content we just saw, but before we dive in, let's give away our first redemption code.
Woi, kode. Catat kode catat. KB6 DKD NM 7H49. Tuh. Harga akun starter karakter langka kayak gitu sih biasa 100 ribuan ke atas. Telat enggak kok Rafael, santai aja. Oke, Arataki Ito. Mamang Ito nih. 250 itu udah mid game, 250 biasa kayaknya mid game nih 250 tuh. Air 30-an mungkin, nggak tahu juga deh. Attack speed-nya kencang juga. Kencang loh attack speed-nya. Sebagai Claymore user.
Beetle fighting, trading card games, spinning tops, kendama, hide and seek, you name it, I can play it. What do you say? Pick one and we'll have a little contest? Just
The
make
son
sure
of
you're
Geo,
ready to
but
get
not Fenrir son.
thrashed.
Kencang loh tadi itu.
Did you see
Ininya.
him swing his claymore and
Claymore.
then fix his
Attack speed.
hair?
He's
Like
so
the
stylish.
coolest dude in Inazuma.
And yet he's like kind of this goofy kid at the same time. Like hearing his words, it's so interesting, that dynamic, but I'm into it.
Okay,
Lihat
so
animasi
our
Goro.
first character to introduce
Kupingnya
is
goyang-goyang
Arataki
lucu.
Ito. As you can probably tell from the
Konsepnya
horns
Oni,
on
iya,
his
dia
head,
Oni.
this guy is definitely not human.
That's right. In fact, Ito's horns are a symbol of his Oni heritage. Just like the Adepti and Liyue,
Mansur kagak main
Oni
lagi,
are a
apanya?
special kind of being in Inazuma.
We have already encountered other special beings in our previous adventures across
Main udah kok
Inazuma,
tadi, cukup
such
ini
as
dong,
the
cukup apa
Bakedanuki
namanya?
and Tengu.
Daily commission dong
This
sambil
time,
nunggu
we
kan
are
10
adding
menitan.
Oni to the list. Aside from Ito's heritage, his unique charisma has also attracted all kinds of followers to him. Word on the streets is that Ito has established his own crew, called the Arataki Gang.
Okay, so he's a gang leader.
Oke.
That's an
Anak
interesting
bandel,
twist.
geng leader.
Yeah, but he's not quite the kind you might be thinking of.
Update
There
negara
have been
baru
some
masih lama nggak?
interesting
Masih
stories
tahun
about
depan.
Ito floating around town.
Yep, he's the big guy with the horns that would play cards with kids to win all of their snacks from them.
Absolute menace.
That sounds like a kid's worst
HP-nya merek
nightmare.
apa, Sur? Maksudnya?
And apparently,
HP
he
ku
also won a
Xiaomi.
ramen eating contest against a certain fox-eared lady.
Right, which is another aspect of his character. He has a strong will to win no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it probably explains why we see his rematch challenge to Kujo Sara on the Hanamizaka bulletin board. Oh,
Iya,
Sara's
di
the one who
bulletin board
defeated
ya,
him
kalau
and
pada baca ya.
confiscated his vision under the Vision Hunt decree.
Well, enough of us
Ngisengin
just
Kujo
talking
Sara
about
mulu
him.
dia.
Why don't we let Ito himself
Xiaomi Redmi Note
introduce
5.
his combat skills? Let's welcome our special correspondent, voice of Arataki Ito, Max Middleman.
Taking it to the max.
Hey, can you hear me? Check, 1, 2, 3. Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh.
Bang, menurut lo
So,
apakah
what are we doing?
Gendro nanti
Talking
ada
about
elf?
Ito's fighting style?
Bisa
Cool,
jadi
let's get
karakter
into
elf
it.
bakal muncul nanti ke
Ito
depan.
wields a claymore and manipulates the Geo element. He's strong, tough, reliable, a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth
Petanya
attacks hit
sampai
opponents,
detail.
Ito will gain stacks of superlative super strength. Pretty cool name, huh? Oh, another thing to note is that Ito's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his elemental skill or performing a sprint, which means
Skip
you can
Ito.
keep on swinging even after you move.
Albudi.
When you hold to initiate a
Albudi
charged
enjoyer.
attack, you can use superlative strength stacks to perform Arataki Keisagiri slashes without spending any stamina.
Kapan nih keluarnya 10 hari
Each
lagi?
Arataki
Kira-kira.
Keisagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ito will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks
Apakah
of
nanti ada orang
superlative super
Indonesia yang
strength are
mengisi suara
available,
karakter Genshin
Ito will
Impact? Kalau
perform
kamu
a
nggak
Saichi
tahu,
Monji slash.
suaranya
And most
Kokomi,
importantly,
Inggrisnya bahasa orang
remember to
Indonesia.
keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind keeps trying to mess it up.
Voice actor
After
English
unlocking the
dubnya
talent
orang Indonesia itu.
Arataki Ichiban, which, by the way, means Ito's the best, when Ito uses faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ito's talents, Bloodline of the Crimson Oni, damage of Ito's Arataki Keisagiri is increased by a certain percentage of Ito's defense. When using his elemental skill, Ito hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi bull, at opponents, dealing Geo damage.
Sapi.
When Ushi hits opponents, it'll grant Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength. Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the
Ada
Arataki
patah-patah.
gang.
Aku biasa aja.
Isn't it cute? Anyway, Ushi is considered a Geo construct, and it'll remain on the field to taunt surrounding opponents and draw their attacks. But Ushi won't stick around
Geo nih,
forever.
Ember Geo.
It'll flee when its HP drops to
Ember
0
Geo
or
nih.
its duration ends. Ushi also grants Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength when it takes damage and when it leaves. Next up, let's talk about Ito's Oni King form. After unleashing his elemental burst, Royal Descent, behold Ito the Evil, Ito lets his inner raging Oni King emerge, using his Oni King's Kanabo in battle. Yeah, you see that mace he's swinging? During this state, Ito's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be
Lihat
converted
siapa
to
setelah
Geo
punya
damage
Ganyu.
that cannot be
Lihat nanti aja
overridden.
sih itu.
The first and third combos of his normal attack will grant Arataki Ito himself 1 stack of superlative super strength
Gila
when they
dia,
hit
ya
opponents.
2,3 penuh
While
dengan
in
Geo.
Raging
Dari
Oni
Guru,
King state, Ito's elemental and physical
si
resistance drop, but his
Ito,
attack will be increased
Albedo.
based on his defense, and his normal attack speed will also be increased. Ito also has an exploration talent, Woodchuck Chucked. When we have Ito in our party, we will have a chance to obtain an additional log of wood while using attacks to collect wood from a tree.
Yang
So,
suka nguli,
collecting wood
yang
materials
suka
will be
nguli
more
pohon.
efficient. Ito's pretty
Dapat bonus
slick,
kayu
huh?
sama Ito.
Anyway, I'm
Kalau-
looking forward to seeing everyone
kalau
interact with
ngulinya sama
Ito in
Ito,
our
dapat
future
bonus
adventures
kayu.
because he's honestly a really fun character to voice. And those are all the inside deets about the one and only Arataki Ito. Zach, throwing it
Calon-calon
back to
ini
you.
nih Ito nih. Calon-calon DPS
And
egois
that's all
Kesha.
from our special correspondent, Max Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Bye, guys.
Guess that was okay, Max. Just kidding.
He looks like such a cool character, though. Like, he's got really interesting combos and stacking, and, like, I don't know, that just seems really cool to play.
Totally. Next, we're moving on to our other new playable character in version 2.3. Let's see him in action.
Goro. Thanks Max. Anjir, thanks. Oh, yang tadi. Max Middleman anjir. Nah, ini dia nih. Ininya Goro. Siapa support terbaik agar Gani jadi gede di PSS Xiangling bisa?
If there's anything ever troubling you, don't keep it all muzzled up inside. You can always speak your mind with me. Although I can't guarantee that I'll always have an answer, I'll certainly offer you my best advice. Even when I can't muster much of a response, you can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is, I'm all ears.
Bang, weaponnya Yaimiko apa bang? Katalis ya, katalis.
Whoa, here
He
we go.
looks like,
Kalau dari
he
leak sih
looks
katalis
like
user,
a
cuma
real
belum
good
pasti.
boy
Masih
with
bisa
a
diganti.
big, beautiful heart.
That he does. That he does.
Elemen lagi naik-naiknya
I like
update
it.
ini kayaknya. Iya,
So I
banyak
know what
Geo
everybody's
elemen
wondering.
update
Can we pet his ears?
ini. Sama aja belum dapat,
Well,
udah
that might
muncul
be a
Goro.
little awkward, but if anyone could pet Goro, it'd probably be the Traveler.
Four-star ya,
Not
four-star.
you, Zach, but the
He
Traveler.
wants some
Jadi bisa
pets.
dapat lah.
Be clear.
I
Iya,
would
kapan
like to
Yaimiko
scratch
keluar?
Goro
Masih
behind
belum
the
ada kabar
ears.
sih. Kabar
Oh,
pasti
gosh.
masih belum ada.
What?
Dari leak juga belum
Anyways,
ada.
with all
Cuma
that being said,
ada
although
bakal
Goro
bilang
looks really
bakal
young,
ada
he's one of the most reliable
banner
characters you might ever meet.
Yaimiko sebagai playable
Yeah,
character.
in fact,
Cuma
among the
kapan belum tahu.
Watatsumi Island Resistance, he's known
Mungkin
as
dua patch
Top
lagi.
Dog Goro.
Right, which is interesting because Goro is still younger than most of his fellow officers. He earned the nickname because he's close with his troops, and the other officers are always lining up asking him for advice. And to be completely honest, Goro often doesn't know the right advice to give either. But he can't let the soldiers down, so he just gives some general pointers and responds based on his own gut feelings, which
Dia
has worked pretty
support
well,
kan? Dia
so
dia-
everyone
dia
sees him as
Geo
reliable.
support kan?
Yeah, you know, I guess that's what happens when you wear your heart on your sleeve.
But as soon as he returns to the battlefield, Goro is back to his serious general self, ready to lead the troops. Although, because Goro is still young and inexperienced, his temper can sometimes get the best of him. Anyway, let's take a look at how he fights.
Walaupun nanti Yaimiko jadi
General
support atau
Goro
damage
of the
dealer,
Watatsumi Island Resistance wields a
masih belum
bow
tahu.
and holds a
Belum kepikiran
Geovision.
bentuk skillnya kayak
His
gimana
elemental
ya.
skill Inuzaka All-Round Defense deals AoE geo damage
Mungkin
and
lawan
sets up his
Albedo ada
General's
story-nya,
War
penasaran
Banner.
gitu.
Aw, the dog paw on the banner is so cute.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. Well, this banner is more than just
Itu
for show.
story sih, itu kayaknya
It
bukan
provides
event deh.
buffs to
Kayak
active
bukan
characters
sekedar
within the
event deh, itu
ability's
kayaknya
AoE
story deh.
based on the number of party members in field who are of the Geo element. So, for example, when we have one Geo party member, it grants a defense bonus. When we have two Geo party members, in addition to the defense bonus, it increases resistance to interruption. And when we have three Geo party members, it adds a Geo damage bonus on top of the previous two bonuses we just mentioned.
Okay,
Nah, udah
so what
fix
you're
ini.
saying is the
Apa?
more Geo
Ininya
characters
Ito.
we have in our
Supportnya
party,
Ito,
like,
namanya.
I don't
Ito,
know,
Zhongli,
Albedo, the more
Goro,
buffs we
Albedo
gain
udah
from
fix.
Goro's elemental skill.
Albedo
Yes,
keluarin
that
S
is
kan.
correct.
Keluarin
Any
S tadi
characters
kan.
who like
Kagak, enggak.
defense and Geo, and there's a few of them, would probably
Albedo
like
keluarin
that a
S
lot.
nggak ada tadi.
And finally, we... Thanks.
Alderiran banner.
And
Kayaknya
finally,
Albedo
we have
sama
Goro's
Yula deh.
elemental burst, Juga forward unto victory.
Tutupnya Zhongli,
Unleashing his
bisa jadi.
burst, Goro deals AoE geo damage and creates a field known as General's Glory. Just like his
Wajib nggak
elemental
ganti
skill,
pakai
the
Amos
field
nggak kok?
provides buffs to active characters according to the number of Geo party members. What's special about this field is that it moves together with your active character and periodically generates a crystal collapse, which deals AoE geo damage to one opponent within its AoE. After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, Goro's elemental burst also increases all party members' defense. And another one of Goro's talents, A Favor Repaid, grants damage bonuses to Goro's elemental skill and elemental burst
Tambahin
based on his
defense udah ini
defense, which
supnya
is
ini.
great because I love seeing
Supportnya
characters
Ito.
using different stats.
Wow, so that's
Soalnya
all
ultinya
really
itu di
cool.
scaling
But I have to admit that little
dari
sidekick of
defense
his is
kayak
so
Noel.
cute. Look at how it waves its banner alongside Goro.
I want to be its friend.
Okay, guys, focus. Come
I
on.
will be its friend.
So, aside from his combat-related talents, Goro also has a pretty useful exploration talent called Seeker
Zhongli
of
DPS
Shinies.
DPS
Yes,
Seeker of what?
that's Seeker of Shinies.
The shiny.
It's amazing and it's adorable. Yes, I totally understand that. This talent displays the location of nearby resources unique to Inazuma on the minimap while you have Goro in your party.
Oh my goodness, let's go seek some shinies. It's gonna be so handy when we're farming materials in Inazuma.
Totally.
Kayak
Yeah,
nyimak.
so you guys like Goro? Sound pretty good?
Tadi
Yes,
kode pertama udah
Very
keluar ya,
good.
Tok?
A
Scroll
very
aja
good
ke atas
boy.
chatnya.
A very, very good boy.
I knew that's where it was going, and I'm just not disappointed.
Well, all right, now that we've had our first look at our new characters, let's check out the event wishes coming in version 2.3.
Event wishes.
The event wishes for version
Oh.
2.3 are going to be a
Langsung
little
keluar
different
ini
from
dua.
previous versions. This time,
Albedo
we
sama
will be
Yula.
opening two
Udah,
character event wishes at the same time during the earlier phase of version 2.3. They are Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and Eula's Born of Ocean Swell.
Okay, so
Maksudnya dua
both
itu langsung
Albedo
barengan.
and Eula's rerun will be available
Maksudnya
at
dua
the
itu langsung
same
barengan.
time.
Kayaknya langsung
That
barengan
means-
deh ini deh.
That's
Kayak
cool.
weapon banner.
What else we
pretty
got?
cool, yeah. Well, also in the later phase of version
Nah, phase
2.3,
2-nya
the character event
Ito
wish
sama
Oni's
Goro. Kayaknya
Royale
bareng
will
deh
become
mereka berdua
available,
deh.
featuring our two new characters, Arataki Ito and Goro.
I'm guessing many of our viewers might be curious about the
Iya,
first
nggak
two
bisa nge-pull
rerun event
dua-duanya maksud
wishes,
lu kan?
so why don't we give some more details?
Oh yeah, for sure. With each version update, we've
Ini
met
phase
many
1
new
ada
companions
phase
in our
2, berarti
journey.
phase 1 ini langsung
So
keluar 2
some new
biji, bukan
players
kayak
might
model
want to
Xiao
get
sama
limited
Hutao ya.
characters from previous
Bukan
event
Xiao
wishes,
Keting Hutao kayak kemarin
but
ya.
it's
Bukan 3
probably gonna
banner
take a
berarti.
long time before they see their favorite character return. After collecting and considering player feedback, the devs have decided to push reruns
Bagus sih
forward
gitu.
when the timing fits the version content.
Bagus kayak
So,
gitu.
coming back to
Yeah.
the two concurrent character event wishes in version 2.3, both will actually share the same cumulative pull count toward the 5-star drop guarantee, which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least one 5-star character in the remaining 40 pulls on Eula's Born of Ocean Swell.
PT-nya
There will be more
nyambung ya
information in
berdua
an
ya.
upcoming announcement with more details on these new wish mechanics.
Tadi dibilangin
And as
katanya
expected,
kalau lo
with
nge-pull
new
50
characters
di
comes
Albedo
new
nggak dapet,
storylines.
di Yula
Ito's story
nge-pull
quest,
40
Taurus
lagi,
Iracundus, will be
masih
added
bisa
in the new
dapat,
version for
bisa dapat
travelers
Yula
to
nanti setelah
explore.
40 pull.
The Oni race
PT-nya
once left
nyambung
countless
dulunya.
figures in Inazuman
Oke,
legends.
nanti.
But how do
Honkai.
Ito or other Oni live in the current
Kalau
Inazuma?
yang rerun tuh
For any players
nanti ada
interested in
50
diving
dikit.
deeper into Ito's
Jadi,
backstory,
rerunnya
this story quest will be a great place to start.
dalam 1 bulan,
Sounds
maksudnya
swell
kayak
to
misalkan dari
me.
satu patch itu tuh bisa kayak
In
3 atau
addition
2
to
gitu.
Ito's story quest, both
Udah kayak
Goro
begitu
and
soalnya.
Beto will be receiving their very own hangout events in
Oh,
version
hangout
2.3.
Goro, hangout
That's right.
Goro.
Players are going to get
Bodoh,
an inside
bodoh,
look at some of the
hangout
secrets
itu lah.
Ada
behind
hangout
General
Mama
Goro
Beiro
and his
juga.
hangout.
Oh, and we'll be joining Captain Beto for an all-new adventure in her hangout as well.
Gue belum
We have
dimainin,
quite a few new
Gue juga
storylines
belum main
awaiting
sama
travelers in the new version,
Tinggal
so
nafas,
remember
kira
to
nggak
save
ada.
up some story keys to
Kalah
unlock
cepat aja lo
those.
mau pokis
Heck
tadi.
yeah. If you like new characters and storylines, I bet you'll like some new weapons and artifacts in version
Nice.
2.3.
Oh, artefak baru juga.
The new
Wow.
5-star Claymore,
Feeling
Red
bonus ya
Soul
buat
Treasure,
Tokomi fix.
will be appearing in one of version 2.3's
Iya,
weapon
Tokomi
event
juga
wishes.
baru.
Iya, buat
Also,
Tokomi banget
the
itu
new
gambarnya.
artifact sets
Sama yang
Husk
atasnya
of
buat
Opulent
Ito.
Dreams and
Plus death.
Ocean-Hued Clam
30%
will become
death.
available in the new version.
Udah buat Ito banget ya.
Players will be able to gain these
Noel,
artifacts through a
Noel.
new domain located on Seirai Island in Inazuma.
Well, that's great, because I've been clamoring for new artifacts.
Anjir, masih
And
dibahas
new
aja sama
artifacts
pokis.
always bring new possibilities for characters and great party combinations.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we've covered all the new equipment coming our way, we're ready to see a new deadly boss rising in the coming
Oh,
version.
bos baru.
Let's take a look at the
itu
Golden
yang
Wolf
itu serigala
Lord.
itu.
Yang naga ya.
Yang serigala itu kan.
Serigala naga ini kan. Nah iya udah. Ada kode kah? Ada tadi. Di atas, scroll aja ke atas sini, kira. Serigala naga udah. Corrosionnya juga ada tuh ya. Ada efek corrosion tuh kelihatan. Oh, ada weak point-nya. Wow.
And that's our new open world boss, the
Yeah, boss,
Golden
yeah.
Wolf Lord.
Dude.
Whoa, spicy puppy snake. I love him.
I'm kind of grappling with like wanting to fight it and wanting to pet it.
Diodong.
I don't really know what
Same.
to
I'm going to
do.
make it my golden wolf friend.
Serigala biasa aja
Did you
ribet
guys see the
gitu.
tornado too? I'm like, I better not get hit with that thing.
Ayo yang
Yeah, seeing that
ngepul-ngepul
just made me
itu
feel winded.
bersiap-siap
Also,
lah.
the size of that
Oh,
thing,
serigala.
that is
Gue sih
one
enggak sih,
giant
nggak
rift
boleh
hound.
itu gue.
Yeah, now that you mention it, the structures of their bodies look really similar.
Great observation. Technically, the Golden Wolf Lord is the king of the
Gue
Rift
pengen Eula
Wolves,
mungkin.
which is
Oh,
also
gitu.
the reason why Rift Hounds and Rift Hound whelps appeared in Surumi Island
Ada
in the
ngepul
first
Eula di
place.
sini.
As a giant, monstrous beast
milih
from another
waifu.
world, its subjects
Ah,
are
Xiao lah.
tasked with making
Main Xiao
preparations
aja.
before it descends. And since this monster will be a recurring boss in Surumi Island, players will be able to challenge this abyssal beast at any time.
Okay, challenge accepted, but how do we fight it?
Well, let's give everyone the inside scoop. In combat, the Golden Wolf Lord's attacks can apply stacks of the corrosion status,
Anjir, bisa
which will
nge-stack
cause
corrosion
all
statusnya.
characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's HP drops to a certain threshold,
baru-baru dah.
it will
Oh,
summon
boleh
Rift
hilang.
Hound alphas to provide it with shields.
Well, that just doesn't sound fair.
I mean, I think I'm up for this fight, but it does sound pretty tough.
Yeah, but don't worry. In the latter stage of the fight, the Wolf Lord's resistance to geo attacks decreases, while its attack increases. So you'll have to factor that into your strategy.
I gotta do math? Okay, is there anything else I should know?
Nope, I think that's about all we have for this new monster.
All right, it's probably a good time to take a short break and give away our second redemption code.
Sounds good.
Kode 2.
All right, code inbound in 3,
Kode
2,
kedua.
1.
Catat. BSNDJ C747 Z7D. Bener nggak tuh? Lumayan 300 primogem.
Ya, mau gajah hutau anjir, udah nggak dapat apa.
Buat gajah hutau.
Berarti dalam satu phase itu 2 minggu berarti 2 minggu albedo 2 minggu EULA.
Enggak dong. Kelamaan kalau gitu.
Apa di Korea langsung 2 banner aja?
Langsung 2 biji.
Langsung
2 biji kan?
Iya, albedo sama Eula bareng.
Tahu kayak gitu, Tur. Dulu tahu kayak gitu.
Welcome back, travelers. Next up, we'll be giving some exclusive details on the new events coming in version 2.3. This time, we're returning to the snowy Dragonspine area to explore an all-new event. Koi, I know that you know a thing or two about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay, the main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amid Snowstorms. In this event, the Adventurers Guild will be holding their winter training on Dragonspine. They plan to have seasoned adventurers pairing up with newer recruits. Some of our old friends from Mondstadt will be joining to help out too. You know, like Amber and Eula.
Oh, that's cool. You see what I did there? Cool, because it's cold and
yes, Zach, I did see what you did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the deadly cold of Dragonspine.
Yep. Travelers who've reached Adventure Rank 20 and completed the prerequisite quests will be able to participate in the event. And you know, outside the event storylines, travelers can participate in various challenges and earn event currencies to exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to chill in Dragonspine again, but what kinds of gameplay can we expect for travelers during our winter training?
The first is called agility training. Basically, it's a special speed training. Once you start, you need to follow the guides to proceed down a race course. The goal is to get the highest score possible before successfully reaching the end. And your score is based on the amount of time spent and the number of insignias of adventure and insignias of conquest you're able to collect during the training.
Ooh, and it also looks like we've got some special buffs to make use of.
That is correct. Special blessings will sometimes appear while you race. There are two kinds of blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the Iron Skin blessing, which will allow your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay, so we'll need to aim for the ice pillars containing insignias once we have this blessing.
Oh, you are so smart. That is correct. Travelers should be sure to make use of it. Some insignias of adventure will be hidden in the course, but insignias of conquest appear only at certain times. You'll need to get the correct timing down and grab them throughout the challenge. The second type of gameplay is tracker training. Travelers will need to find and melt all the ice crystal piles within the training area to complete the challenge.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep. But this training shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay is combat training.
Ooh, combat, my favorite part.
Combat training camps will contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and will emanate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but Don't worry, there are multiple mechanisms around the lures. Travelers can activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying scarlet quartz. Once you've activated the 3 mechanisms, they will change the lure state to heat source and cancel the accumulation of sheer cold. When lures switch to heat source mode, characters will also restore a certain amount of energy at fixed intervals. So on heat source mode, dealing damage to opponents while carrying scarlet quartz will unleash all the quartz energy in a single blow, dealing AoE pyro damage to the opponents.
Whoa.
Whew, I can already see myself searching frantically to find scarlet quartz in this one.
Yeah, but actually, besides looking for scarlet quartz in the surrounding area, you can also obtain scarlet quartz by defeating certain monsters during the challenge. All 3 of these trainings have multiple challenges, which may be completed to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and more. You can also obtain some snowman components from the tracker training and combat training.
Dude, the snowmen. That's a nice seasonal touch.
Yeah, I would love to make a snowman on Dragonspine.
Oh my goodness, me too. Participate in the event to collect components, which can be used to build snowmen in-game. Travelers can also exchange some of their components with their friends.
Oh, hey, we're all friends. Why don't we
perceivably
build them together?
We could build snowmen. I'd be down.
Yeah, that is very exciting. And to add to the excitement, players will be able to claim rewards by building snowmen, including a new 4-star sword named Cinnabar Spindle. Yeah, you want to refine this bad boy? Well, you can collect event currencies and exchange them for the sword's refinement materials via the event shop.
So, I'm sure players are wondering, can we keep our snowmen after the event's over?
Absolutely. We can bring the snowman bases and components home after the whole thing wraps up.
All right, another decoration for our Serena teapot. I'm looking forward to checking out all the snowman styles.
Oh yeah, me too. But you know what? Aside from all the winter training events, we'll also encounter a mysterious boss once we get further into the event story. But travelers will probably have to discover that for themselves.
Oke, ada bos baru ternyata.
I'm super excited for this event.
Cuma nggak dikasih tahu mereka, nggak di-spoilerin,
And it sounds like we'll have a ton of seasonal things to do on Dragonspine. All right, next we'll be heading back to Inazuma for our next event titled Nonton Songo Case Files, The Warrior Dog.
Wow.
Wait, what?
What was that?
Was that you, Koi?
No, ini nih, gue tunggu-tunggu nih.
Corey.
You can't blame this one on
Ini
the
jadi
dog.
pet nanti.
Iya.
Wow.
Okay, anyway, back to our event.
Yang gede banget.
There have been
Masa itu lagi?
mysterious disappearances of animals across
Ini pet cuma
Inazuma
tentang banner
lately.
sama event.
And of
Iya.
course, the Traveler is there to help. According to the Commission,
Masa bisa
our
disimpan?
objective is to find and bring the missing animals back. During investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
Well, a dog? There's like a whole bunch of dogs here.
These are all its canine bunshin, which are like illusionary copies.
Oh yeah, these aren't your average guard dog. They're carrying a little sword.
That's why we need to sneak to where the dog keeps the little animals and avoid being detected, unless we want to be attacked.
That sure sounds super scary.
Yes, it does. In this event, travelers will obtain a gadget called the Ubiquity Net. Travelers can use it to replace their elemental skill with the net's ability. We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away. If the skill hits a canine bunshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers can also activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause distractions too. Throughout our investigation, we'll also discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside places called dens of thieves. We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue. By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including primo gems, so be sure to give it a try. After this event ends, travelers can complete the related world requests to obtain a brand new gadget called the Omni Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Yeah.
Yang
Unlike the
bisa
gadget
ditaruh
from
di
the
pot.
event, this upgraded net
Kita
has been
tangkap.
modified using
Wow.
Onmyodo. It is said it can capture the essence of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is we can keep pets with it.
Well, sort of. We can use the net as a way of recreating animals that we meet in the open world.
and place them in our Serenity pot.
But the bottom line is, I can be like Draff or Timmy and have an army of pigeons at my disposal.
I will accept this.
Right. But please note that there are some little critters who cannot be recreated using the net. Travelers may find which animals can be recreated in the archive.
Yes, we're gonna get to keep some more animals in our realms.
Our next event is Energy Amplifier Fruition. Some of you may remember the previous Energy Amplifier event. It turns out that after our previous research, some remaining mutation stones have started to surface. In the new version of the Energy Amplifier event, travelers will need to get to the places of interest and eliminate threats there.
But mutation stones can grant powerful bonuses to opponents, so we'll want to take care of those first before facing the enemy.
Yeah. After defeating the enemies, we can open the chests to claim rewards. What's different from the previous Energy Amplifier event is that once travelers have cleared all the investigation tasks in Act 1, they'll automatically gain the Energy Amplifier and all of the Earman Soul Fruit fragments. Each act cleared will unlock the corresponding deceitful domain.
And just like the previous time we entered this event, we will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, and the Energy Amplifier will help amplify our abilities in these domains. The fragments you configure into the Energy Amplifier will determine the buffs you gain during the challenge.
In terms of rewards, there will be both first clear rewards and milestone score rewards to claim in this event, so you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Our next event to introduce is Misty Dungeon, Realm of Light.
Yeah, travelers may remember this one as well. Just like our previous Misty Dungeon event, travelers will use the trial characters to complete dungeon trials. You will need to find all 3 of the ancient runes in the dungeon and complete their corresponding challenges to activate the runes.
Once all 3 runes are activated, travelers can gain access to the final challenge.
There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapon systems that will detect and attack any intruders.
So travelers must use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
This time around, there will be new trial characters available and new trials for travelers to challenge. For example, in the Thundershock trial, Electrocharge will not only receive a damage bonus, but also increase the rate at which your elemental skills and bursts can be used.
Well, that sounds cool, and also super helpful for finding our way through all the enemies.
Definitely. And don't forget to finish as many trial quests as possible to claim more rewards. And speaking of recurring events, our most popular merchant, Lieben, is coming back in version 2.3 with his goods. Players can search for Lieben and submit the materials that he requests to claim rewards. And that's all we've got for the upcoming events. We've covered quite a bit of content already for version 2.3.
We sure did, and buckle up because there's more. We've got some details on a fun update to the Serenity Pot.
Right. After the version 2.3 update, we will be able to put Paimon into our Serenity Pot.
And she's got some new dialogue for us while she's in our teapot. Come and talk with Paimon whenever you have the chance.
I don't think that I want to, if that's what she sounds like, but I think I will take pictures with Paimon. It's not often we get to snap a photo with Paimon.
Okay. And that concludes the new version content for today.
That was a pretty good Paimon.
All right, everybody ready? The third redemption code is on the way! Yeah!
I don't want it.
Corey, you do.
Air berapa ya main Serenity Pot tuh? 30 ke atas deh kayaknya. Kode 3. AS 7 CJDP 4N G7H. Kirim gua 3-3-nya ke Discord, belum gua redeem ini. Kalau masih simpan. Lumayan 300 primogem, alhamdulillah. Daripada nggak sama sekali ya kan.
Ayo ke Genshin kita gacha.
Ntar nggak kuat PC gua nggak kuat buka Genshin sama Twitch anjir. Buka game sama Twitch nggak bisa PC gua. Makanya Genshin gua matiin nih sekarang. Kalau dari HP nggak bisa
Every
nyalin
journey
aja.
has its end.
Lupa.
And we
Masa
are reaching the
join
end to our
Discord gue
special
aja ntar
program.
ini
time really flies,
apa
huh?
namanya?
It sure does.
Gua
Don't rush.
taruh di Discord.
As
Taruh di
Zhongli
Discord
says.
sama Pokis. Oke, thank you.
So, Koi and Corey, you are both first-time hosts on the program today. What do you think?
You know, it's just been such a journey for me personally, going from voicing NPCs like Draft to voicing Goro and being able to be here on the special program. And I just can't wait for you guys to get to know him better. So thank you for having me, and it's been an honor.
Aw, that's sweet. You and Goro are two very good boys. Speaking of good boys, there's so many doggos in this update. Did you see? I'm going to pet all of them, and then I'm going to make 10 million snowmen.
Sounds like a
bilang
good
sih
plan. I'm also
kurang
super
bisa
excited
buat
for the snowmen and
16
checking out
flows.
all of their different styles. And the Golden Wolf Lord looks so fierce and scary in the tornado, but I will die plenty of times, but I will enjoy it because
We can face it together.
Yes, together. Help me out, guys.
Remember to
Please.
pack your albedo. Going to
Yeah, you're
Dragonspine.
coming with me. Bring him, Koi, bring him.
I better.
Well, that's it for the special program today. Thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 2.3 special program, and we'll see you all in game.
See ya.
Bye.
Oke, sudah habis. Langsung offline dong. Gitu banget. Bayi langsung offline. Habis. Kira-kira HP 5 jutaan bisa main Genshin Impact sampai pulau terakhir nggak nanti? Menurutku sih nggak bisa deh. Tapi nggak tahu juga. Ya, kita buka Genshin lagi.
Gacha ser.
Gacha enggak dong, aku nyimpan, bos.
Nah, kumpulin.
Nyimpan aku, bos. Masa gacha? Ayo, di sini ada Eula Puller. Absen dong. Siapa yang ngepull Ito, siapa yang ngepull Albedo atau Eula atau enggak weapon bannernya si Ito tuh. Absen dulu. BTW kapan bikin konten lagi bang? Live mulu. Abis ini gue ngedit kok. Terus hari Sabtu atau hari Minggu upload Pacify. Skip semua. Paman Ben ngepull apa Paman Ben? Masih nyari Homa. Riharto Yula, weh. Albedo. Kira nyari Albedo. Albudi. Dua bulan skip demi Xiao, mantap. Mau gacha weapon Yula tapi next kemungkinan ya. Bisa jadi Har. Tapi belum ada berita juga sih. Kita copy dulu nih. Siapa namanya? Kode-kode dari Pokis ya. Ganyu lebih baik melt atau freeze? Melt dong. Ngepull Arataki mantap. Tapi kalau hoki albedo ya syukur. Sikat semua. Ada yang coba ngepull semuanya. Albedo, Yula, Ito. Rate off masalahnya. Nggak apa-apa sih rate off mah. Nanti juga bisa kok. Mana ya? Kode 1 paste exchange. Oke. Kode 2 paste exchange. Nggak apa-apa rate off. Saya aja dapat. Iya, nggak apa-apa rate off. Yang penting yakin ngepullnya. Kalau ngepullnya nggak yakin, nggak dikasih sama Mihoyo.
Titi gue masih dikit lagi, aduh.
Apa tuh yang penting yakin.
Kayak Primo, aduh.
Kayak allergies, kayak ini ngepull home aku yang penting yakin.
Kemarin gue nge-full Homa, gue gak yakin gue dapet tiba-tiba.
Anda will diam. Aku tidak top up Genesis Crystal biasa ya. Aku hanya Welkin ya.
Gue top up pas bal gue gak penting, gue top up banyak.
Enggak, gue enggak. Yang penting yakin.
Karena pas bal gue dapet ini C1 Jan, gue dapet Jan anjir. Pas bal anjing, sialan.
Tumben live jam segini.
Yo, nobar Genshin. Yang penting yakin ya. Kalau ngepul gitu yang penting lah yakin. Welkin worth it kah? Lumayan kok kalau buat iseng-iseng mah.
Enggak, itu buat kepepet aja.
Kalau aku sih buat kepepet ya. Kalau aku Welkin buat kepepet. Jadi aku nggak pernah top up biasa.
Gue Ganyu juga Welkin itu dapat dah sampai Welkin pepet gue.
Iya, aku nggak pernah top up Genesis Crystal kayak gini nggak pernah.
Mahal.
Mana ya?
Mahal dan
nih kayak gini aku nggak pernah top up.
Mahal dan pain.
Nggak pernah top up sama sekali. Yo.
Iya, nggak dapat hutau. Continue ya ulah.
Saya tidak will cuma BP sama Welkin Moon aja. Aku Welkin Moon doang. Pas nggak pernah.
Iya, ntar Iran pas Albedo sama Albedo.
Pas kapan?
Ini abis ini update nih langsung
2,3. Albedo sama Yula barengan abis itu Ito.
Aduh, gue lagi nggak ada Primo lagi.
Ganyu melt selain combo dengan Xiangling dengan siapa lagi? Ganyu. Combo Ganyu melt.
Aku pindah dulu ke sebelah.
Oke. Ganyu melt sama siapa lagi ya?
Ganyu kah?
Iya, Ganyu melt. Sama Kle bisa, sama Yanfei bisa. Buat nge-play abis itu ganti-ganti terus sih tapi. Sama Xinian atau enggak Toma. Itu bisa sama Xinian atau enggak Toma. Lumayan dapat shield juga Ganyunya. Sambil ngeplayin Pyro terus-terusan kan. RIP 305 akun kok bisa ke hack. Albedo sama Yula barengan, iya barengan. Di run banner system ganti kan? Kayaknya buat yang ini doang deh. Tapi kalau ganti juga nggak masalah sih. Lebih bagus malah kayak gitu menurutku.
Iyalah, bisa milih.
Iya, jadi lu dikasih milih. Diluc pakai Diluc kayaknya kurang deh. Soal Diluc tuh nge-DPS juga soalnya. Ganyu wajib ada shield Babang Zhongli nggak perlu Ganyu. Main jarak jauh juga jadi nggak jarang kena hit.
Tuh.
Menurutku sih nggak perlu Ganyu tuh. Shieldnya Zhongli. Yang Ganyu perlu tuh menurutku ini nge-play pyro-nya. Yang ngasih pyro tuh harus ada terus konsisten. Ganyu kan bisa skill buat distract ya, bisa juga itu. Skillnya nge-town.
Kayak Ember.
Ya, kayak Ember.
Udah 10 hari aku tahu kayaknya nggak keburu gua.
Keburu tuh.
PT 15 terus.
Bisa, yang penting yakin.
PT 15 no primo.
Goba Ganyu mantap. Iya, biasa Goba Ganyu kombonya pakai sama Xiangling. Yang Ganyu perlu itu Bennett, Mona, Sucrose ya. YouTuber showcase lah.
Mona.
Gak gitu dong, gak gitu dong. Kalau pakai Bennett cuma buat ngeboost damage doang. Kalau nge-play pyro konsisten mah nggak bisa. Nggak cukup. Makanya bagusnya kombonya Mas Xiangling. Gobanya nyembur terus si
geser balik tuh.
Oke. Ultinya juga bagus.
Yuki omae.
Anak anjing lu kan. Mampus tuh kan. Ya udah, mampus.
Sakura Kabuki.
Makan tuh semua. Ya udah. Itu 15 sih.
Satu tim ada 2 damage dealer, bagus nggak? Kalau nanti ada arcan api yang rumor damage-nya yang belum mati deh.
Ya, akun api ntar namanya Sinisko ya.
Arcan api yang
marganya murata
dealer,
ya.
Enggak sih. Damage dealer mending menurutku satu cukup, satunya lagi tapi cuma buat ulti doang.
Download gua nge-lag anjing.
Pyro Signature.
Marganya arkon api murata. Ya, kayak Raiden itu, harga Raiden ya.
Pala kau.
Arcan api masih 2 tahun, bro, yoi.
Ya, nunggu
kapan? Enggak tahu.
Dendro aja belum.
Semerunya belum Semeru bakal lama.
Dendro aja masih tahun depan.
Makanya Semerunya belum tahu kayak gimana ntar skill ya. Terus apa musuhnya kayak gimana kan
udah aja belum keluar anjing gitu yang apa karakter elemen Dendro, Bang.
Sedangkan kalau habis dari Kazuma nih, kita ntar masuk ke daerah Kazum aja. Kazum kan rolling dia ke Semeru itu. Daerah dari linknya. Kayaknya
Oh, apa cewek? Arcan api.
Apa?
Arcan api cowok apa cewek?
Itu belum tahu dah, gua enggak tahu.
Kayaknya cewek.
Tapi kalau
rumornya sih cewek.
Kalau Dendro cewek.
Dendro cewek. Nggak tahu kalau Dendro.
Dendro cewek udah confirm kan yang ngomong
cewek.
Di apa di teksnya. Udah di confirm.
Nih, komposisi tim yang bagus kayaknya menurutku ya, yang kayak aku pakai sekarang. Hutaunya damage dealer, Ayaka cuma buat ulti doang. Ayaka ganti, terus balik lagi ke yang lain. Hidup loh dia.
Kalau hutang nggak dapet gua continue. Ulah ah.
Continue aja dia ulah. CWK atau CWK adalah pertanyaan yang paling, bahkan Albert Einstein bingung juga.
Sayang gua punya Skyward 2 biji yang gacotnya. Nah,
sial Eula Skyward anjing.
Iya. Kalau nggak gue bagi es, gue kasihin.
Pakai Nonton silver aja bagus.
Skyward Pet kan, Skyward Pet bagus kok. Skyward
anjing. Skyward. Eula dia jarang ulti anjing, ngapain ulti cepet-cepet, udah lama juga bang.
Ya, betul. Kalau ada yang mau ditunggu, tunggu ya.
Zhongli pakai Homa, mantap emang.
Zhongli pakai Homa bagus-bagus aja kok. Lumayan nambahin ini, wah akhirnya dapat gituan.
Zhongli pakai Homa aja.
Why?
Nggak ada hutau ya?
Nande dah.
Tahu?
Yang paling bawah kenapa nggak bisa toh?
Takahashi Ria emang mantap.
Ini yang lo kasih.
Ada bisa? Gue bisa sih.
Oh ada spasi kan? Kayak gara-gara spasi.
この件はわかるかい？雨描きがたし。決断しなければ。失礼。
Oh.
みんなは俺が待っ。
Ada ting gacha ntar dapat biji.
Kalau punya Ganyu apakah story Inazuma bakal mudah? Nggak perlu punya Ganyu juga mudah.
Anda masih punya Zongli biar gampang eksplorasi.
Sakit anjing dia travel.
Satu lagi tuh ayah
Emang
biarin aja.
Traveler paling sakit enter itu Gio anjing Gio paling sakit ini.
Elektro cuma apa? Elektro cuma buat energi aja.
Elektro mengecewakan gua nggak demen. Mengecewakan
Dia
ya.
cuma buat buat apa?
Aku nggak punya Ganyu tapi sampai Inazuma mudah kok. Di mana ada Xiao, di situ ada jalan.
Kalau udah nggak dapet continue Xiao, kalau Xiao nggak dapet continue lagi kan.
Gue mau Eula men.
Lebih baik
Kan
Sator
dapet kan,
Zhongli atau
Eula merah.
Ganyu?
Lar.
Sator Zhongli atau Ganyu ya? Bingung juga pilihannya.
Apa?
Sator, kalau mau beli akun Sator Zhongli atau Ganyu?
Ya, kalau mau dimanja itu aja.
Kalau mau santai mainnya beli Zhongli sih.
No.
Iya, kalau nggak mau capek ini pusing.
Kalau mau dimanja. Tapi lo abis dapat lo kalau dia udah kebiasaan pakai Zhongli, lo jadi bego dots aja. Nggak mau.
Karena apa nih? Gak ada rasa.
Dimanja aja. Lo gila main abis kan timnya satu lagi yang nggak bawa Zhongli. Jadi bego dots lo anjing. Bangsat, salah dots.
Betul. Kebanyakan mengandalkan Zhongli.
Iya dimanja. Bangsat.
Karena biasa kalau di hit nggak kurang apa-apa.
Aduh, tampol mental anjing gue.
Nggak berasa. Apa ini?
Tampol musuh anjing.
Cuma kalau artefak masih bintang 3
intinya
bisa add friend nggak ya? Ini nggak bisa accept. Oh bisa.
Intinya Anda naikin dulu saja level partner. Iya, artefak
tinggal dong ya.
Artefak aja.
Iya.
Setan artefak udah. Naikin air dulu. Percuma bakal ganti semuanya.
Nggak worth it soalnya kalau farmingnya pas sudah ini anjir.
Udah sih, Indomie 4.
Oh, udah farming.
Udah air apa? Air akhir, lu pasti ganti semua artefak lu anjing.
Pakai B5 semuanya. Pasti udah.
Kurang seru kayaknya kalau ada Jong kurang menantang kalau lawan bos. Gue sih pakai Zhongli bahkan masih ngedot loh. Gue pakai Zhongli cuma buat manfaatin shieldnya, elemental restnya berkurang. Jadi ulti Xiao gue makin sakit. Gue sih pakainya kayak gitu biasanya.
Shield Zhongli lu berapa nih?
Darah Zhongli gue berapa ya? 20 ribuan.
Bang Adu,
23 ribu. Gue ngamen
Bang Adu.
Lo kalau gue ban literally cuma diem aja anjing. Lu literally AFK udah siap.
Tumben tuh nggak ada yang mau ikut dari
54k gue. Hampir mendekati 54.
Terakhir online kapan? Pakai Ember aja solo biar menantang lawan Asdahar. Oke Asdahar, oke Ember level 20.
Oh, Ember Canon.
Apa? Gue liat ya di video. Banyak kan lagi pada itu nih, pada pakai Ember semua. Tapi konsol akhir aja. Emang kenapa tadi?
Untung gue gocap Zhongli-nya. Zhongli gue main ulti bukan main shield. Jadi shieldnya nggak gitu berasa. Jadi gue manfaatin shieldnya cuma buat ngurangin resistennya musuh doang, udah itu doang. Sama ulti buat petrify, tapi berdamage ini. Ultinya sampai 80k kalau pakai Bennett. Lumayan.
Lu punya Jian, Zhongli nggak kepake anjir. Karena lu sama Xiao anjir. Kalau punya Jian.
Gua nggak punya Jian.
Kalau punya Jian mantep tuh sama Xiao tuh anjir.
Gue punya Cici tapi nggak bakal gue upgrade.
Ya Allah.
Cici buat tapi lu nggak ada damage hit ya?
Nggak bakal gue upgrade. Mau Cici gue sampai C6 juga nggak bakal gue upgrade.
Motor. Lo ada Yoimiya gak sih, Sur?
Nggak dapet Yoimiya.
Oh, nggak dapet.
Remember, Cici is strong. Remember.
Tapi Cici sama siapa bagusnya gue nggak tahu aja.
Bawa-bawa mau udahan, emang udahan anjir. Udah nggak ada apa-apa lagi.
nya cacat, apply apa?
Nanti aja.
Apply lama.
Mager itu mager.
Lu tanya Lukas lah, yang C3 nya.
Bangsat.
Kas. Cici lo bagus apanya kas gitu.
Nah, tinggal masih 10 hari lagi kan ya, menikmati lah.
Dulu anjing.
Coba punya aku bang, kapan terakhir online kena hack soalnya? Udah ke-remove sama gue kayaknya. Atau hilang nggak tahu deh. Nggak ada soal nama lu kemarin pas gue cari juga. Nggak ada tuh. Julius nggak ada Julius dari kemarin. Pencet Z enjoyer apa nih? Pencet Z ngapain? Buka ini. Oh, pencet Z enjoyer tuh maksudnya ini ya. Buka-buka ini terus ya, apa namanya? Makan NRE terus ya.
Oh.
Makan NRE dia. Nggak pakai shield, nggak pakai heal. Pakai healer kayak NRE. (8299) bentar, emang bisa dilihat ya kalau ini ya? 8299 16674. Oh, bisa dicari ya? Nggak kelihatan kalau ini. Kalau belum add friend kapan ini? Ada ending rahasia nggak nilai? Nggak ada.
Iron Man.
Nggak ada. Nggak ada ending rahasia.
Langsung harap lah udah belajar air anjir.
Terima kasih udah nonton hari ini.
Gue pakai lah anjir.
Nobarnya. Dadah semuanya.
Dadah semuanya.
Pakai akun Mihoyo makanya. Dadah, thank you. Sampai jumpa besok jam 2 siang seperti biasa.